Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brian Altano here with Scott Kalura at New York Comic Con. Now, Scott, you just came out of a very gory, very viciously bloody afternoon checking out stuff from season 2 of Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Yeah, so I mean, Ash vs. Evil Dead is already bloody and gory and ridiculous, but this is the second episode of the second season. They debuted today, and it was just so intensely over the top that this isn't really a spoiler. Basically, at one point, Ash winds up with his head up a dead guy's butt.
You probably didn't think you were going to hear that sentence today, but you did. Ash puts his head up a dead guy's butt.
And I mean, if it's going to happen to anyone, it's got to be Ash,
yes,
right?
Of course.
And it goes on for a while that this is the situation.
So tell me about the mood in the theater of this panel. Who was there? Who from the show was attending?
It was basically the whole cast of season 2. So you had Bruce Campbell, who plays Ash. You had Lucy Lawless, who's now sort of part of Team Ash. She was the bad guy in the first season. You had the actors who played Kelly and Pablo, and you had some new additions to the cast. Lee Majors, who plays Ash's dad, who's like a total jerk. He was the $6 million man back in the old days.
That's
and now
awesome.
Bruce Campbell was like, we had to get Lee Majors because he was a man's man, and he had man cleavage, and he grew man's hair and let you know it. And
man cleavage?
Yeah, if anyone's going to be Ash's dad, it's going to be Lee Majors.
We're going to put like a little rated R in the corner of this video. This is a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting on hearing.
So they were all there, and anyone who's ever been to a Bruce Campbell panel knows that it's hard to sort of translate it to, you have to be there in a way, but it's just so fun and insane. He's throwing $10 bills to people in the crowd.
Well, they've been waiting a long time to get in, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah, they earned it for sure.
You buy a massage afterwards.
Yes, yeah.
So tell me about the tone of season 2. Does it feel like it's getting gorier and bloodier? I know they're on Stars, so they can pretty much get away with whatever they want.
Yeah, they can do anything they want, yeah. So, and I actually brought my son with me. He's at Comic-Con today, and I just kind of was babysitting him this morning. And I was like, all right, you're basically going to have to just look at your shoes for the next half hour while they play this episode, because there's no way. And so like that scene that I mentioned, that it takes place in a morgue. So it's like it's like really, really gory, but so ridiculous and over the top.
Yeah.
And the cast were saying that like you sort of aren't baptized into being a member of the Ash vs. Evil Dead cast until you've had like 28 gallons of blood or mucus or snot or something
thrown all over
you, you know? And Lucy Lawless was like, yeah, I was projectile vomited at this season by 2 different demons, so I feel like I'm finally part of the show.
That's part of the show, right? That's not just happening in the back.
Well, yeah, good question.
So now I know in season 1 they weren't really allowed to sort of mention a lot of Army of Darkness stuff. They had to kind of walk around it. Are they addressing that a little bit better in season 2?
So, I mean, they're still a little vague about it, but they started to hint at San Diego Comic-Con, and they increasingly are hinting more that there's going to be time travel this season at some point. So they don't specifically cite Army of Darkness, but Ted Raimi, who is Sam Raimi, the director's brother, and has played 6 different roles in the various Evil Deads over the years, he's now a regular cast member this season. So Bruce Campbell also hinted that we might be seeing some familiar faces from the old movies as well. And since Raimi has played 6 different guys, including Army of Darkness characters, it seems to all be kind of fitting together.
That's nice. Yeah, it's cool to see it all come together. I think old school Evil Dead fans want that part of it.
Oh, yeah.
There was a very small group of Evil Dead movies, and to ignore one of them for whatever legal reasons, it's kind of disheartening, but it's nice to hear that it's slowly making its way back in.
Yeah, totally.
Scott, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Brian, this is Scott. We're here at Comic-Con all weekend long, covering things in New York. For all things Evil Dead and Ash putting his head where it shouldn't go, you're already in the right place. IGN.